In this video, I'm going to talk about how to know yourself. Yes, how to know yourself. Because the reason why I picked on this topic is I've worked with so many people and I've heard them saying, how do I know who I am? Leave alone who I want to become. First of all, I don't know what I like. I don't have any hobbies. I keep on changing my mind about who I am. I'm so confused. And hearing these people talking about their challenges of finding out who they are, it has left me asking myself so many questions about, for example, what has happened to them for them not to know who they are? How does that feel, not knowing who you are? How does that feel, not even knowing what your hobbies are? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? How does it feel, not knowing who you want to become because you're so confused of who you are today? And from this question, I was left with so many questions to ask. And some of these questions I'm going to ask you. And maybe by me asking you these questions, it might help you to start understanding that maybe you're not this person that you always wanted to be. And there are good reasons why you don't know who you are today. So it's not a crime. So many people, they don't know who they are because they've never spent time to understand their upbringing, to understand their experience that led them to be where they are today. And therefore, you are not alone. So let me start by asking you, are you so tired sometimes when people tell you, don't wear a mask, just be yourself? Why do you please people all the time? Why don't you put your needs first? Why don't you learn to say no? Why don't you set boundary to stop people treating you that way? Why don't you confront people when they upset you? And they're asking you all these why questions. And even they might ask you, why do you think all the time that you're not good enough? You are not important enough. You are not successful enough. Why do you keep on having these negative things about yourself? But nobody has ever come and sat with you to try to find out what is it about wearing mask that you can't stop doing that? What is it about putting people's needs first that is so important to you? What is it about having these limiting beliefs that I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I don't fit in, I don't belong? Why is that so important to you that you keep on having these limiting beliefs in you? Because I'm sure if somebody came and sat with you and you trust that person, you'll be able to tell them the reason why you wear mask because it makes you be accepted by other people. The reason why you are people pleaser, it makes you feel wanted, feel needed. The reason why you believe like you are failure, you don't belong here, it helps you to create behaviors that will make you feel like you are needed, that will make you feel like you belong here, that will make you feel like you're good enough. So there's so many reasons why you have all these beliefs about yourself, all these beliefs about other people. And these beliefs did not just started yesterday or few months ago or few years ago. Some of this belief has been there for a long time. And these beliefs has helped you to survive. These beliefs has kept you to have friends. And the reason why actually you put mask, maybe it's because it gives you friends and therefore you don't end up being lonely. So there's a good reason why you do all these behaviors. Yes, it's true. These behaviors are limiting you. But you've been doing that because that was the only options that you had when you were growing up. That was the only resources that you had when you're growing up. Maybe right now things are different, but this behavior started long time ago as a child, as a teenager. You had to pretend to be somebody to be loved. You have to pretend to be somebody to be wanted. You had to push your needs down, or you had to push your needs beside for you to start meeting others' needs, because meeting other needs gave you the attention that you wanted, gave you that sense of approval that you wanted, gave you that sense of love that you're looking for. So next time you have this thinking, it's not about judging yourself. It's not about feeling guilty, but it's really about you taking a step back to understand, where do all this behavior comes from? Where did all this thinking pattern came from? And once you are able to reflect in your life, you might start actually discovering that wearing mask is not the only way to earn love. Putting people's needs first is not the only way to be needed, to be accepted. Because just the way you are accepted, you are important, and you belong here. And once you are able to start believing that, and also having somebody beside you that is going to help you, to encourage you. For example, it must be so scary for you to start putting that mask down. And therefore you need somebody beside you to encourage you to take that baby step, that test a little bit. Take that mask out for 5 minutes and see how you're going to cope with that. Put your needs first for 2 minutes and see what is going to happen. Say no to one person and see how they are going to react. Once a day, start believing that you're good enough. Start believing that you're needed, you're wanted, you're important enough. And just sit with that feeling. And that will give you an option. And you can decide either you want to continue believing these things, that you need to wear a mask to be accepted. You need to put other people's needs first to feel needed. You need to have that self-approval, self-reassurance from other people to feel like you are doing good. Or maybe you don't need to do all these things. Maybe just being yourself and believing in you, that you have the ability to achieve things, maybe that can be another option. So what I can suggest to you, don't be hard on yourself. Test the water a little bit. Take that mask for 1 minute. Put your needs first for 1 minute. Believe that you're good enough for 2 minutes. Believe that you can achieve anything for 1 day, and see how that is going to change your behavior, how that is going to change your feeling. And ask for support from somebody that you trust so much. Let them know that you're working towards knowing who you are. You're working towards being honest and transparent about who you are. And let them be there to support you when you need them. I hope this video was able to help you to understand why sometimes you get so confused of who you are, and how can you start allowing yourself to discover who are you. And you're the only person who can do that with support from other people. But if the person that you become has been there for a long time, and you feel like you can't do it on your own, then seek professional help. They will help you to discover who you are. And if you want more information, click the link below or leave a comment below. Thank you for watching.